Okay, so last time you all decided that, hey, what if we, did some more exploring, got out of that little death trap that was the area, found some more information, explored a little bit, found out that we had a time limit, decoded in the database that they planned on launching a nuke of some kind, or they had access to a silo, probably going to launch a nuke within a matter of like 60 days or something. And you didn't know from where. All you knew the location was like at the Bay Area of the map. You decided to go from Hollahatch all the way up to the north and down south again. You passed the old gravestone, then you went over to the radio station of Ahab Sinker, found out the extra lore about him, that you couldn't really do much at the moment with him, and that you didn't have like the necessary, ability to bring the ship inshore, but not that it would have mattered because you didn't want to fight a land shark cryptid. I don't, blame you for not wanting to. And then you went to Blue Gold, and here we are at Blue Gold now, where you get inside and it's a multi-function bunker with all kinds of stuff around it. You have a multi-reactor in the bottom basin that is 4 different generators hooked up to a plasma generator acting as a makeshift transformer from the power stack overflow. You have in the right corner the cryo byproduct, the cryo production and body incubator. To the left, you have the gene therapy, brain control, and production. To the bottom left, you have the bones, body structure, and hormone growth. And then you have the ruin access assembly lambs, as well as the generator control module, a laser gate that's in front of you, a Tesla coil gate, but same difference. And you've been experimenting with the runes. You found that on the rune computer there were 6 different runes. There were 6 different options: assign, remove, activate, lamb, activate, slaughter, clean the slate, and such forth. You found out the lore that previously Virgil was a lamb along with Jams, and then your new designations came up where now Virgil is a lamb and Jams is now considered a slaughterer. And you're going to remove the ruin, but you wanted to see what the different runes were. So you said assign ruin, you activated the different runes, saw there was a blood rune, Iker, Brew, Decay, Slaughterer, and then Light. You found out that originally Virgil was marked as the Brew, or Blood, and now, originally he was marked with the Iker rune and the Brew rune, and now he's been marked with a Blood and Decay rune. So he's no longer within the pure dragon sight, even though he has the power to read the book and he has the power to receive visions. He is not actively, his role has shifted, because he is no longer a pure sacrifice. He's a ghoul now, so he's been tainted by the Fallout world, and thus has been marked with Decay, where he can activate contagions in people and kind of be a spreader of death by activation of ruin. And then you didn't know what the Rune of Light did. And so you were experimenting around with it, and then last you left off, you were going to try to remove the ruin from Virgil, whether that be the blood or the current Rune of Decay. Rune of Decay on his hand and blood on his eye. Did I cover everything?
Mm-hmm.
I might have got the rune placement mixed up, but it doesn't matter. 2 runes in your body.
I thought his eye was messing up. I thought
Yeah,
we had to get rid of the one in his eye.
No. He got
No,
it
come
right.
back. I'm not done, you stupid dog. I'm sorry.
Stupid dog, you make me look bad.
The one on my hand became Decay, and the one on my eye used to be Iker. It was for the dragon sight. But now I'm Jams's sacrifice, so clearly, if I don't have a new rune, then the Iker one has changed to blood.
To answer your
I'll be right back.
question for the dice promotion thing, I can either see it as a, you get more reliable d20 damage, so it ends up 2d10s, or it's 2d12, like you were saying, with higher potential damage.
Okay. Yeah, we're trying to work on. Virgil and I were talking about, next steps to try to get his damage up because he's, lagging so far behind everybody else on damage output.
I would say it comes down to a personal preference of, do you want more consistent damage that you already have, or to slightly have a higher damage threshold, but know that you're going to have a higher threshold to also do less. So.
Yeah. I think. He and I were talking. I think he wants to move to a rifle. Because the pistol damage just isn't there.
Well, you've gotten some good pistols up to this point, and you've gotten some good weapons. But one was built for science and monkey checks, and the other was built for damage. So, try not to compare yourself to Sven.
Sorry.
All right. So, do you want to try to? We had talked about looking at the gene therapy stuff. Because we haven't done that yet. You looked at runes. But we were talking last time that gene therapy, you might be able to get rid of your being a ghoul.
Wait, that's not me. This is me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go and check the terminal.
We need to understand what all of our options are with these stations before you modify yourself.
Or if actually modifying myself is possible.
So you get to the gene therapy / brain control and production terminal. You can see a list of small activations within it. So type these out quick.
The machines may not have a function to modify anybody. You may only be able to modify the bodies you incubate.
Well, maybe, but we may be able to put you in one of those cryo incubation chambers and make the changes.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, as far as runes go, they literally just pulled a chunk of Jams's flesh out and changed his rune in the doorway.
You have 8 options. To enter tube, choose concoction, stable gene, unstable gene, insert probe, activate map, synapse command, or termination code, and you have to enter a code.
Number 5 sounds like some gray alien shit.
So, enter tube probably has to do with these tubes over here.
Right?
And the rest of that would be, I'm guessing, to tell it what to make.
Yeah.
And
Let's
right now you have an unstable tune if you've been turned into a ghoul.
let's look at choose concoction and see what the options are.
Also, I might be able to read the book to learn about the runes and stuff too.
You still have the book. I never took it back from you.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, go right ahead.
Can I read the book to learn about runes?
In a minute.
Okay.
And
I'm assuming
Jams,
Go
does
ahead.
it look like you're getting more information out of the book now that your designation changed?
I don't know.
Just when you get done looking at the book, let me know if it looks like you're getting more or different information than you were before.
Okay.
Because I remember before you weren't getting a lot of information, but you were marked as a sacrifice.
You have choose concoction, specials growth, flesh growths, bone growth, slurry, or the Yuv. Yuluk ultimatum virus.
Uh-oh, virus.
Do any of these have descriptions, or is it just the options?
You can click on the options. Like when you click on special growths, like you would click like the shift tab and you get the description as it drops down. Special growths, when inserting creature and orb substance into the tube, it will flood it and allow it to bake inside of and get special increases based upon the slurry. So it's like special growths, your special stats. It increases those stats and gives them a bonus. Flesh growths it increases the body's production of flesh in general to be used whether through muscle adaptation or to be able to grow other appendages. The bone one is for higher bone density and making yourself bulkier and having a better skeletal structure. The slurry is kind of a mix of everything. Is that you can combine different concoctions. The slurry percentage, as it increases, makes it so that stuff gets harder to process. So you could stick it in a slurry of 3 different special stats, a flesh growth and a bone growth, and it technically could come out all right, or it could be an abomination.
Right.
And then the Yuv virus is a special concoction that is made to cannibalize the FEV, where creatures with the Yuv virus, being Project Yuluk, are meant to be able to sniff out creatures that have the FEV, and when biting into them, similar to a zombie, offer them an ultimatum, where they can either join them, and the Yuluk will take over and kind of give them like a brain, similar to like a fungal infection thing. It'll infect them, and they can either serve under a hive mind, or they will be devoured. And the end goal of it being that each will serve as a pupation chamber, similar to what you saw in the centaurs. An incubation chamber for something new.
So it's kind of like that cordyceps fungus in ants.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Doesn't do anything if, you know, it bites a normal human or radiated ghoul. It's just a really strong bite, though.
Well, that's something we have to keep an eye out for in the future, I guess. Let's look at the stable genes.
The stable gene. So, you want to close out of this menu and go to stable genes?
Yes.
Okay. You find stable genes of rip thread, insert thread, rewrite subject, atomize subject, lace, RNA to DNA, DNA to RNA. When going through the menus, rip thread is to know a sequence of the gene that you already want, right? So you've inserted the creature inside, it's stable, you're ripping off a piece of its DNA, so it's thread. Inserting a thread is, they happen at the same time. You're just putting in the, which one you want, right? To rewrite a subject is to completely change one to the other. So to make a pigeon turn into a fish.
Oh.
And to atomize the subject is to bombard them with so much radiation that the slate becomes a clean amalgamation of flesh. That lets you kind of start anew, because you killed everything inside of it, so it's just a massive cancer.
Jeez.
Lace is to try to passively integrate something into both parts of its DNA, where you insert another DNA strand inside of it, and the body will either reject it or it won't through a very selective process of CRISPR. Kind of like old breeding practices, or current modern day breeding practices, but much, much, much slower. And then the RNA to DNA and DNA to RNA is the RNA that makes up the DNA. So if you were to strip RNA down, you would basically be forming the RNA into a DNA strand and deforming the DNA to RNA, giving you more precise control with the potential of just losing everything if it disintegrates or falls apart too much.
Alright, I want to switch to synapse command.
Your synapse commands are locate target, attack area/target, retrieve target, non-standard command, so you're giving a more complex command. It's non-standard. Could go well, could not go well, depends. Code a new command, berserk, standby, halt, mutate, and then one that you don't know what it does. It just doesn't have a descriptor.
Okay, so these are like mind control commands. Let's back out of this and go into activate map.
You activate a map and you see the blip of every single creature that this station has pumped out. And as it works like a radar that kind of like phases down with the CRT scan lines, you see the map is just covered in dots.
Oh dear.
Well, what if we take all of this and we command it to go tack the city with all the little fucking cryptid things in it?
Yeah. All right. I
Wait,
will
we-
select.
Wait,
Yeah, let's talk it through, but I'm just sort of spitballing the idea out there.
can we tell if we're on the map?
Well, yeah, that's what locate target is, right?
No. He's saying, can you see, like, are you two on the map? Are you as?
Oh.
You
are
just
you
see a
as
bunch of
to-
green dots that blink. You don't necessarily even get like a good map of like the locations that you have in your Pip-Boy, right? It's a topographical map of geometry.
I hate geometry.
Is there not a separate blip denoting the lab we're in?
There's probably blips from the other creatures in here, in those tubes.
That's true.
I would assume, if there was a blip on the map.
If there are creatures
You can
currently in those
zoom
tubes,
in
we
to
still
like
haven't
different
looked yet.
areas of the map. The issue is that the map itself, when you're looking at the map, I want you to think of a flat grid that has vectors all over it that represent the geometry of the land that you're on. Like if there's hill, there's mountains, there's lakes and ponds, but it doesn't show any buildings. It doesn't show locationary names, but it shows where all the creatures are.
Okay.
If you zoomed into an area, you might be able to denote if there's a building and if there's a creature there, but you would have to like really zoom in. The blots you're getting are like clusters.
Okay. Does the map look in any way recognizable to where we could compare it to the map we have?
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to, because one's
Topographical.
One's topographical, showing only the landmass. One is showing only locationary and barely any landmass. It's showing roads, but it's not showing like what the land's like.
What other commands were there?
Well, so
Could
you
you
said
con-
it shows roads?
Could you? Okay, your map shows you locations and roads and like canals and stuff like that, rivers, that kind of thing, right?
Sure.
This map doesn't have any roads, doesn't have any ponds, doesn't have any lakes. It has only the vectors of what hills lie there. If there is any mounds, and the blotches of green that you do get to bounce off are like blinking of clusters of the enemies. So when you zoom in and see like the movement of those creatures, but you can't tell if there's a house there. If you were to zoom in closer, you might be able to see there is now an even smaller cluster of 6 of those blotches, which means there's 6 individual creatures in that zone. If you were to scroll enough and comb the entire fucking thing, you would probably end up finding a vector graph of a 2D image of what a house is, like a small brick. But can you denounce that square is a hill, a house, a small ridge, a crater, a lake, a pond? And it's all mostly by coordinates. Your Pip-Boy map can show you coordinates, but it's inaccurate because it's not trying to be accurate to the coordinate by coordinate location. It's meant to just give you the overview of where you're at. Not impossible, but would take a lot of tinkering if you're willing to spend the time. I would say it would take at least, if you were to sit here and tinker, it would take you at least 4 days.
Oh, we could locate target.
That's what I said earlier.
But what's your target?
Oh, that would be...
That would require having the coordinates of the land that we want to target.
Well, no, I mean, a target could be a person, right? If we wanted it to find you, right, we would give them the command to find you, and they would all be looking for you.
Yeah, but we don't know how this system recognizes me. Like, we don't...
Well, I get it. I'm using you as the example.
Let me reword that.
Walk.
We don't know. We don't know what we don't know what standard the computer recognizes me as.
I have an idea. We could do like halt or standby and see if we react to the command.
Right, but there are so many blips on that screen that it would take us forever to get through them all.
No. So Jams is worried that you two will be affected by a synapse command.
Yes, I understand that.
Right. So if we send to
which
alt
dot?
command-
You see what I'm saying? Which dot on the screen do we send that command to?
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you did it to all.
Just do halt and then do standby, and then let's go back to what they were doing. Or we could roll a dice and do mutate.
Ugh.
Sounds like fun.
Wow.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen to you?
Yeah, I don't see anything worse happening to us, Virgil.
I mean, if one of you got elephant hands, one of you,
one of us goes nuclear if we don't manage our radiation properly.
Gross, disgusting ghoul. Ugh.
I mean, how much worse does going nuclear if I don't manage my radiation properly if I suddenly become a glowing one?
You become the master from Fallout 1.
I thought he was an FEV virus.
Yeah.
Well,
There's also a ghoul that had his flesh stretched out like that and he got morphed into a tree.
he became a ghoul?
You know the tree from Fallout 2 and 3?
Never found it.
Okay, he was a ghoul that got morphed into a tree.
Okay.
He was a guy that when the bombs went off got lit up so much that his flesh melted, fused into a tree, and then he's in constant pain when you find him in Fallout 3 as he's a ghoul mixed with a tree, and his roots spread out through an entire forest. While he has control over it, he is also really wanting to die because he's forced to live on by nature and radioactive Eve, and there's the fucking kit stuck in his gut.
So does the FEV thing happen before or after that?
Well, the FEVs are the master in Fallout 1. The tree happens in Fallout 2, and then you find out more about him in 3.
Confusing. Okay.
Because you find the ghoul in 2, you meet a ghoul that's obsessed with wanting to live on forever, and then in 3 he becomes this fused tree thing. Anyways, there's much worse options than being a ghoul and a super mutant in this world.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, we could be a
Why
child.
do we want to mutate
Just
and
imagine,
become worse?
I'm a fan of 40k. There's much worse options I can give you.
I understand that. That's why I'm voting against mutate.
I've read the darker parts of Fallout.
So, what do you want to do here?
You want to try my idea?
I don't know. Sure.
I don't
Let's.
see I don't see where your idea of telling everything to halt, and then I can always tell it to go back to standby if
we
choose
both
to.
get affected, yeah.
Sure. But how do we?
I'll start walking.
Well, yeah, we. I guess we'll have. What is it? Locate target. You'll locate target to target all of the blips, and then activate
So
halt.
you choose locate target, and it says input target ID.
Oh. Okay.
There's an option for a singular target, a singular ID, a list of IDs, or buy a key card to make all creatures.
Oh. And the only key cards in this place are probably behind those gates. Unless we find one that fell off of somebody and is underneath a random machine.
Yeah, so instead of doing locate target, you just try halt. It's on the same level, so it's not like it's a sub-selection of locate target.
Right, but you still have to target something or the command doesn't go to anybody.
It depends on what the submenu says.
Okay, hit it.
Yep, so I'll do it. I'll hit halt.
It says, as you hit halt, it says invalid, target not selected.
Okay.
Let's, I mean, this one seems kind of self-explanatory, but let's look at it anyway.
What are you looking at?
The bones and body structure.
The bones and body structure is literally what it says is that you can evaluate bones and the body structure of something, diagnose it, and it helps to work as like an X-ray medic station for diagnosing. And the hormone growth works in tandem with the gene computer to regulate whatever. So you'd put the thing in the gene computer, right? And like, oh, I want this. I want it to be better. I want it to be smarter and to grow big, strong arms. And the hormone growth computer's like, okay, I'll make a plan to stabilize that. And then goes to the cryopod and says, we're going to grow this body with this specification. Here's the growth serum and the diet it needs. Hook it into the machine and grow it, computer. Okay.
Right. I figured it was something like that. Well, let's look at the pods. Are there anything in the pods currently?
Yes, I told you there were all a bunch of super mutants that had human-like skin and no face, all skin.
That's right. I forgot.
Do the tubes have numbers over them?
No.
Can the blips on the map be selected individually? And information about them?
You
Gathered.
can select them individually. When you select them individually, a ID code comes up.
Okay. Let's look at the generator control.
The generator control is just about redirecting power, where the power goes, where it flows, and making sure that all productionary facilities have enough power.
Redirecting power sounds really good. Is there any way to direct power away from the laser gate? The Tesla gate, whatever?
When you try, you need a code for access.
Damn it. All right. So there's at least two options that we don't know what they do because we can't see what they are. There's the Rune of Light and that weird-ass option at the bottom of Synop's command.
Pretty much.
But we can't really test that one without having the ID of something that we can see the results of.
We also don't know another rune.
Another rune? What other rune?
The like unrelenting battle or whatever. Let me see.
That's the rune of slaughter.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, now, we don't know exactly what that does, but we do know... We do know what...
the...
I
yeah,
have it.
when-
That's
yeah.
the rune I have, right? No?
I mean, with the way it's described, I'm kind of okay with you having that one.
Yeah. I guess we could read the
Alright.
book for both.
Yeah. You wanted to look through the book. Look through the book. Maybe you'll find the code.
Alright, I'll start with the Rune of Light.
You're gonna... What are you doing with the Rune of Light?
I'm gonna
'Cause
read the book to learn about the Rune of Light. I want to know what it does.
roll me a religion.
What was that? 1141.
Take 20 damage
Ah!
as you feel blood is being sucked from your body into the book through your hand, as you have a wet mark on your hand, and the book seems to have gotten a little bit better as the ink now reads with your blood what the rune does.
Oh, we got answers. I mean, it sucks that you got vampired, but good job.
The start of his return.
Okay, so the Rune of Light is the Rune of the Apocalypse. Got it.
Is that all it says?
Yep.
Great.
That's. Remember, this whole thing is about the
dragon.
The apocalypse,
bringing back, bringing back the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Which we don't want to do. Right?
Right.
Okay. Lena, just blows building up.
Are you for real?
Maybe.
No.
Oh.
First, we need to take off the rune of blood from me. I don't want to be marked as a sacrifice for abominations anymore.
Well, if I blow the building up with all of us in it, none of that's going to matter anymore.
Guess that's one way to end the campaign.
I mean, I know I'm a ghoul, but I want to, you know, I want to live. I mean, if you can call this living, but...
Yeah, we could kill Virgil and blow the building up.
Wow.
I wouldn't leave you behind, Virgil.
You would die with him then. In the
I'm a
explosion.
kid.
Just in the explosion.
Oh.
Like you'd have to leave him.
Just let him blow up and then go back for him.
If there's anything left.
If my health reaches 0, I'll go nuclear, and then everything will blow up a second time, and probably with bigger radius, and you guys will get caught in it.
Nah, you can run fast. GMs run fast.
What's the radius? Like 2 or 4 times my level? This is 20.
All right.
So, what, you want to see if you can remove runes?
Yeah. Remove rune is one of the options. Oh, wait a minute. There's an option we don't know about on this computer as well. There's assign rune, remove rune, activate lamb, activate slaughter, clean the slate, and then blank.
Yeah. I wonder if you can't see some of this now because you lost your sight.
Because I'm a lamb now instead of a slaughterer.
Wait, you can't see?
What? No, I can see, but there are options unavailable to me or something.
Oh.
Well, you remember you had that rune of Iker, and that rune of Iker lets you, before you saw like some secret rooms and
Yeah.
some other shit.
Jams, you're a slaughterer. Come see if you can see option 6 or not.
All right, I'll look at the computer, the terminal.
Option 6 for what?
The rune terminal.
I thought you already got that. You found out what the rune of light was.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean the 6? Okay, yeah. 1 minute. Roll me religion.
$34.
Take 10 more damage as you feel your internals swirl. Your 6th option is a clean slate.
That was the 5th option. So 5 and 6 with clean slate?
Sorry, 1 minute. Must have got mixed up. Remove slate.
You see anything, Jams?
Yeah, it says remove slate.
How is that different from remove rune and clean slate?
I don't know.
Are there?
Wait, does that mean it kills you? Remove the slate?
Well, remember, you got your first rune off of like something you picked up.
Yeah,
Off
it
of-
was a little black quartz back in that bunker.
Yeah. So the slate, that could be what they're referring to as a slate. It could be a physical thing that they're making that has the runes on them, and so you remove the slate to, have it to imprint on somebody. I mean, let's just go through the options. What happens when you tell it to assign a rune?
Okay, let's find out.
So you press assign ruin. A small mechanical hand comes out with what appears to be a cobalt slate on it, and is awaiting your instruction for, out of this tube that is behind it, which optical lens it should imprint on it.
Yeah, so this will write the runes onto a slate, and then we can remove the slate to use it for something. Possibly like what happened to you, where you pick it up and you get, whatever those things are.
All right, then. So remove rune won't remove it from me, it'll remove it from the slate.
Probably.
I mean, hit number 2, hit remove rune.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
You see as the slate imprinter is put away, and instead you see that a large syringe-like drill with multiple little teeth, similar to one that jettisoned itself into the side of Jams, is now in front of you.
There you go.
Yeah, just
So
let it
you wanna-
stab you.
Yeah, so do your rune of decay.
The one on my hand?
Yeah, let's step back. Have fun, Virgil.
I mean,
Let's. This is gonna suck. Let's do remove the rune of blood.
Okay. You activate remove ruin, and when you say remove rune of blood, you see this large drill immediately stab itself all the way through your eye as it jettisons, puncturing into your brain and everything, as it rips out what appears to be a piece of flesh mixed with tissue into kind of like this cancerous growth. And immediately as it's uninjected, 3 stim pack looking things are injected into you, which begin to rapidly regenerate your flesh and your tissue behind it as it narrowly misses your brain cavity and regrows your eye.
Virgil hits the floor in pain.
You hit the floor in pain, and you take 35 damage.
Shit.
Ooh, could you imagine if he died in here?
I lean over to Jams and I go, and you thought the robots were mean to you with medicine.
I mean, it's happened to me more.
You said 34?
35.
35. Okay.
At a face.
Yeah, at least I didn't get stabbed in the eye. I guess there is a bright side to everything.
Okay. When Virgil recovers enough to do so, he checks his Pip-Boy for that thing tracking him and calling him a lamb and telling him to report for slaughter. See what it says. If it says anything different.
It says error.
Yay, I'm not a sacrifice anymore. That place is still probably going to launch a nuke somewhere.
It says error. Locate target. As it's blinking, locate target.
Oh, wow. You know, I just thought of something. Before I had that procedure done, I probably could have used my Pip-Boy to tell me what my target ID was. Since it was targeting me.
Probably.
And then I probably could have found that on the computer and been able to find where we were on the map. I'm very good at figuring things out after the fact. It's really bad.
No, it's great to look back on our failures.
There's a D3. Whoa.
What did you say?
I didn't know there was a D3. It's weird looking.
Yeah.
Oh, you rolled a 3 at least.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right,
What
so
do I get? Don't answer that.
You know what? We'll
you
see.
narrowly missed a dust mote going to your eye.
Don't answer that.
You rolled a D3 and got a 3? Roll me a religion check.
Oh no. Come on, not 20.
Oh, wait, how's your health looking, Jams?
Oh,
48.
that's
Interesting.
not a bad roll. That's
Imagine if I nat 20'd it.
You feel as if a rage begins to build inside you.
Oh no.
As you feel an unending pain begin to gurgling forth, reminding you of your old days of slaughtering in the gladiatorial pits. A rage that is much like a bloodlust. It's not active. It's just roiling under the surface.
Ams, buddy, you good?
For the record,
And-
that's also what perimenopause is.
And,
Is like,
and what sucks about it is you know it's not your own rage.
That's weird. Whose rage is it?
It's like the feeling of being extremely angry, but it's not coming from you. Or
I
the
have an
like
idea
you-
what's like out of play. I have an idea of what's going on, but my character, he doesn't have the information, and it's frustrating.
out of play. What do you think is going on?
I removed his sacrifice, and now he doesn't have anywhere to direct his slaughter.
Pretty much.
I mean, I was already thinking that because your two roles swapped when we came in the building. You were both redesignated.
Mm-hmm. Hey, oh no.
Anyway, did you heal for your 3 stim packs that you took?
The
No.
stim packs
Oh.
were just to regrow the. Stim
Gotcha.
packs were just a slur to like regrow the shit to make sure he doesn't have a wound. But no, you still took the damage.
Yeah.
They're not helpful
Yeah,
like
I took
that.
the damage. Yeah.
So how you
1 point.
have 1 hit point?
No, I'm 1 point away from being halfway through my health.
Okay. Well, do you want to heal up and get rid of the? You want to heal up and get rid of the rune of decay?
Do I though?
That is
Can I?
probably the thing that's gonna make you explode.
You think?
I think that's what makes you different than a standard ghoul. Yes.
Well, 50-50 chance of it either making that go away or making me explode immediately.
Nah.
Sure. Let's remove the rune of decay.
Wait.
I hold out.
Heal
what?
yourself first.
Oh, that's a good idea. I will perform first aid on myself.
Okay.
Yay. And that's heal for 77. That heals me more than my maximum, so... Cool. Okay. Now I will activate remove the rune of decay, and I hold out my hand to the machine.
Okay.
You guys should probably move to the other side of the building.
How big did I say the radius was?
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly.
Should we leave the room, maybe?
Can you leave the room?
No.
Maybe the opposite corner would be more helpful to you.
You'll be fine.
What's your level?
20.
40-foot radius. Why not go based off that? 5, 20, 25, 30. If it was to explode.
A 100-foot radius. Big.
The measurements don't do a good job with the radii. But the thing comes over to you and stabs directly through your hand, breaking your hand and shattering your bones beneath it, pulling out the fleshy bit with half the bones in your hand before immediately injecting you with the 3 stems that rapidly regrows your hand and the bones inside of it, pulling out the fleshy mass that had attuned itself to being the rune of decay. And upon this, nothing happens. You take 25 damage, though.
Oh.
You still have the rune.
The rune is gone.
It's gone, but nothing.
As you have the rune of decay now removed, you feel something inside yourself feels wrong. How do I want to describe this? You feel a lump, like a brick of coal is in your stomach now. As your designation has now changed.
My designation?
Risen subject, rune of light.
We did it! Hooray!
Does that make any changes to my mutation?
Ruin, new designation, risen subject, slate of light. Not ruin, slate of light.
So he's asleep now. Well, we could just.
So if I use remove slate, it's gonna reach into my stomach and rip that stone out.
Yeah.
So, what's your plan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Virgil's gonna take a hit of Med-X, and he's gonna activate remove slate.
The mechanical arms dissipate from the area as a small shaft opens up beneath the foundation here, and you hear the clanking and rising of something beneath it. You see a stone slab appear. Mounted on each side is what appears to be different mechanical hands.
All right.
And a small speaker gives out of asking the question, will you approach the altar?
Is this a good idea?
Have no idea.
Now you're asking that?
Like, should we leave it in you?
I mean, if he's
If
If
the
the rune of
rune
light,
of light, if the rune of light is the start of his return, and the slate of light is in my belly, I'm not sure that I, as a man, appreciate being pregnant with a god.
Be not afraid, my child.
What? But what if someone touches the slate? Won't they get the rune?
Maybe.
well, we can. There's an
Well, it's
option
like-
to clean slate.
Show me on the altar where the slate touched you.
Or we could clean the slate.
Yeah, one of the options is clean slate, which will get rid of what is on the actual slate.
Right, but right now it's just the slate of light. There's no runes on it. I've removed all my runes.
No. I mean,
After
the
the
slate
slate.
is the physical. The slate is the physical thing that is inside of you. James was
Right.
saying, if somebody touches the slate, won't they get that?
Oh,
thing?
no, the slate's
That's-
clean.
Yeah, we can then erase or clean the slate.
Virgil approaches the altar.
You can choose to lay on it if you want.
If you want.
Can't have
Virgil-
surgery for your stomach if you don't lay on the table.
Virgil climbs up on the table and lays down.
James will do the surgery.
The different, there's these mechanical hands that stretch out and grab each ligament and begin to stretch you out across the altar. As you say, as the robot says in a mechanical voice, which I'm not going to do because it ruins my voice.
Mm-hmm.
By the divine and by the hells underneath, to the jaws of bone and to the jaws of flesh, return thyself, thy slate of light. You have purified yourself from your decay. You have risen from the chambers of purgatory, and thus you choose to return once again to the maw of life. Your slate wiped clean, your slate given new breath, have chosen once again to return to the jaws of marrow from which you were born. May you enjoy your eternal resting place. It stabs you through the chest and reduces your HP to 0.
Oh my god.
Y'all should probably run.
We quickly stab him with the stim pack.
You guys are nowhere near him. You're over there. He's over here. Upon which him being stabbed with a mechanical hand, it stabs him through the chest, reduces him to 0 hit points. For the first time in this entire campaign, I get to ask the question, Virgil, do you wish to keep living?
Yes.
You find out the hard way. The slate was not a physical thing. The brick in your stomach that you were feeling was you being severed from the connection of everything. As you built up your time with this cult, built up all the many anxieties and everything, for the first time you are sanctioned from it. For the first time you are given your freedom. And without that shackle holding you down, the anxiety crept in and made a pit in your stomach. And now, you're faced with death. So, what's your endurance stat?
7.
Roll me a d20.
$13.
And this is where we enter loose combat. as I will need each of you to use your points to get over to him, as you will have 13 turns to do so.
Okay.
Starting now with your first death save, Virgil. Roll me a d20.
Six.
Failure. First failure. You're up, Sven.
Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll start to use AP. He is 100, 120, so he's 220 feet away. You can easily make that. Because my speed is a lot. 20. I move 20 feet per AP.
Okay. You are able to stab him with a stim pack if you want.
Yep.
I'll need you to roll me a medicine check, because this thing has destroyed his heart.
I fail.
You stab the stim pack into him, and it regenerates a little bit of flesh, but not a whole lot. This used 1 AP.
Okay.
You may continue to do this for the cost of 1 AP.
Yeah, it's fine. So I used 11 AP to get here of my 23.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Roll me another medicine.
I pass.
You jab him with a stim pack as it regenerates his heart to just enough to where it's beating. The flesh around it begins to grow back. The skin around it is very light and mushy and is pink and new. Virgil, you're brought back from the dead, and immediately the thing tries to stab you again. Do you want to do anything,
I want to
Sven?
dodge.
And maybe pull him off of there before you stab him. Just trying to help.
Virgil, you said you wanted to move out of the way?
I want to try.
Roll me an acrobatics.
I don't have very good. 8.
Okay, it stabs you in the leg. You go back to unconscious as it rips a chunk off your thigh. Do you choose to stab him with another stim pack, or do you choose to move him off the table first?
I'm gonna grab him, pull him off the table, and stab him with the stim pack.
You bring him back to life. Virgil, you're back. And as you're coming back, Virgil, from death, you see the eldritch being for the first time as clear as day. You see a large dragon that is stitched together with flesh, stitch marks, and necrotic ooze that is coming off it. You see one where it has been completely zombified and is overwhelming in its nature. And as you see this creature standing deep and far beneath a cave, it looks at you, marring you, hating that you've released yourself from its grasp, vowing to kill you, to destroy you, to find a way to root you out and carve you from this land. And then it smiles. Its complete being wrapping around into a toothed grin, realizing, knowing, as you see a psionic shock flash from its eyes, bolting into the sky. And then you wake up. And as you wake up, Jams, I need you to roll me a religion check.
Bitch.
41.
You feel as if a massive impulse has been bred through your brain, has rooted through your entire body as you look beyond to see Virgil. You want to go to him, but your want isn't out of concern. It's just to get to him. To get to him. And you feel that rage begin to bubble up and boil. You begin to feel it as if you've forgotten something. Something's been stolen from you. As you're here under the orders of Virgil, you're here because of him. You've been stabbed, marred, burned, and disgusted by this religion. He's turned into a ghoul, and now he's getting a second chance. This all started with him. And as that rage boils and burns, your eyes become bloodshot red. Roll me another religion check.
44.
You manage to just barely fight it off and defend yourself from this gnawing inside you as you drop to your knees and you yell out in pain. You're here, but you almost lost yourself. As the command ruptures through your brain over and over again. Berserk, 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 berserk.
I look over at Sven and I tell him something's activating the slaughter. We gotta drag us Jams over here and remove his rune.
You wouldn't know that, though.
Yeah, there's no way you and I see that.
You only see the dragon smile, and you're back too. So you are here. You don't know anything that's happening with Jams. Jams is on the other side of the room. He yells out in pain. That's about it.
Can't put two and two together on that?
Would you know it's from the slaughter thing, though?
I know he got the slaughter rune and that his... I mean,
You're not a
earlier I
lamb.
figured out...
You're not a lamb anymore, though. You figured out of character what that is, but you didn't figure that out in character.
Do I see any of this happening? I'm standing like,
Yeah, you see that
What,
Jams
15
is
feet away from me?
freaking the fuck out over here. Crushing his head, like holding his head and kind of bashing it on the ground.
hey, Jams, are you okay?
I feel like I have to attack something pretty soon. Like I'm fighting the urge to just start attacking shit.
Oh.
Yes, and I need you to roll me a... You're gonna roll me a melee weapons check.
what is my health right now?
1.
Okay.
I bet I'm over 300 for that.
You managed to grab your hand as it immediately went for your katana, as it was gonna as you feel that the impulse was to slash the thing that just talked to you, and you grab your hand and pull it down as it smacks itself against the ground. The veins bulging up from your arm, you feel them pulsing and throbbing, trying to ooze and itch your hand closer.
Lena, run. I have an urge to attack you and
Oh,
everything
shit.
else.
Roll me another religion check.
Virgil, we got this out of you. I want to get this out of him. I want us to be
33.
done with the powers of this religion, and we can take it out from the outside.
You feel your mind wash over with anger. You lose yourself, and for the briefest moment, you dig yourself into the ground and, like a wild animal, jump, dashing, darting, leading towards Lena, scrapping yourself against the ground, tearing up metal as you pin her neck to the ground, and you're about to strike with your sword. Roll me a religion.
Virgil just weakly gives you a thumbs up.
46.
You manage to halt yourself as your mind comes back over. You're unreeling from the anger. You're choking Lena in your grasp, about to crack her skull and neck. A hand on your melee weapon. Choose whatever one. You're going to choose the one of your fist weapons. As you're rearing up for a punch, about to literally kill her. And you, for the briefest moment, release your thumb from her throat, letting her go, holding with all of your might your fist back as much as you can.
Can I scramble right now?
What do you say, Lena or Jams?
Jams, why?
I'm sorry, I can't control it.
Jams can't be any more serious about this. I'm sorry, guys. I can't control it.
It's just my nature.
So without seeing any of that, just holler out, Jams, it's your turn. It worked on fixing Virgil. Get over here. And I start heading that direction.
Jams is over here just holding his hand. Yeah, I'm that kind of super mutant.
Lena, as you begin to scramble away, bit by bit, getting up and running, Jams, roll me another religion.
Oh.
No, God, Jams.
You immediately leap forward. What's your damage on your fist?
30. Hang on. 35.
Give me your best beastly howl.
Rah.
Oh my god. You're horrible at this.
Murder Ron.
You hear him as a monstrous scream comes out from him, similar to the abominations, as again you're overthrown with anger, and for 35 damage, Lana, you're punched 20 feet from him, downrange, hitting the ground, clocked over the face.
You said 35, yeah?
Yes. To
I can't
your
see my fucking
face.
keyboard.
As he rampages off. Sven, you see just Lena get kicked the dirt against the metal pavement and just pink down 20 feet off. And then around the corner you see Jams hulking, raging, his veins popping out, him looking like a roided out super mutant about to literally go insane.
Alright.
Like a wild animal.
I move here.
Mm-hmm.
And I shoot Jams with a flare gun.
Okay.
In his face.
You shoot him in the face with a flare gun as it briefly stuns him for the next turn, wondering how the fuck a flare gun got into his mouth and why it's burning his tongue and skull. What are you going to do now?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to shoot him.
Okay.
In the left arm. For 35 damage.
James, in the back of your skull, you feel the aching pain of your arm get burst shot by a rifle. 2 nice, big, thick bullets leading themselves into your shoulder.
This would be in his armor. For 33 damage.
As you feel a gut punch to your stomach, roll me another religion check, James.
$36.
You immediately roid out again as you let out a thunderous roar of a scream that echoes through the halls as you begin to fly forward, trying to go for Lena again. Roll me a hit on your fist.
I hit.
Sven, seeing a brief opportunity, do you choose to jump in front of Lena, or do you choose to try to get another shot on him as he passes you?
I'm gonna jump in front of her.
As you jump in front, he swings, punch, knocking you to the side, down over near the laser gate. As you take 35 damage from his punch to the face. Standing over Lena, your monstrous form, your bloodshot eyes. Lena, how do you react to all this?
I am understandably confused and freaking out. Like, I'm super confused by everything that's been happening here because, the cult shit's weird to her. James, please stop. I don't want to hurt you.
Roll me a religion check, James.
$48.
What do you want to say?
I feel like I'm not controlling myself. This isn't me.
What do I do?
I don't know. I think we have to get rid of the rune somehow.
Then go over there. Quit beating me up.
Yeah, James, just you should get control
No.
of yourself and quit beating up the child.
Yeah. Fuck.
Why did I think of that?
Virgil's gonna crawl over to the console and start putting in the remove rune commands.
I need you to roll me. What's your medicine, Virgil?
300.
You managed to put some bandages around yourself as you have a broken leg right now.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to make a makeshift splint for the time being as you drag the computer down to you, as it's on like this little pulley lever.
Oh.
And you punch in the remove ruin as a mechanical hand kind of slithers out.
Lena, run towards Virgil.
Can I run? Like, can I get up?
Oh, you can get up. I would just need you to roll me a check real quick, though.
Okay.
To not be fucking drowned by fear, I need you to roll me a, we'll say intimidation check.
Okay. Well, I almost closed out my pen. Okay. Seven.
You're paralyzed by fear. Your movement is reduced to a quarter of what it normally is.
Okay.
So instead of 10 feet, you're basically for 2 AP moving maybe a square at a time, and for 1 AP you can't move at all. So
Okay.
2 AP is 5 feet.
Okay. So too much shit around me. I'm sorry. Let's see. All right.
I think your agility is 7, so you can move 7 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
As you're just paralyzed with fear, backing up the best that you can, seeing your friend overtaken by something, like visually looks completely different, but is still there, and you're getting beat the fuck up by him, and you are the small child, while you are capable, still a super mutant, still a giant fucking dude.
Yeah. That's the end of my
Elephant
turn.
hands.
Yeah, fucking smash me with these damn ham fists.
Sven, you're up.
I am going to just move myself here between them.
Mm-hmm.
How does Jams look right now? Does he still look
Feral animal.
fucking bewildered? Okay.
And specifically, you see that some horns start growing out. Little tiny horns start growing out of his chin and the side of his skull. And some of his skin on his hand is turning red.
Okay. Well, this time I shoot him in the right arm. He takes 42 damage.
Okay. You take 42 damage to your right arm, Jams, as you feel the slug penetrate, and immediately when his fingertips were red, he screams out, and almost in an instant, as if he has some rudimentary scales, his right hand goes immediately red, and as if covered by dried, scaly skin is there, and it's starting to look familiar to the ones you saw in Vespers.
This will hit him in the chest. $31.
Okay. Take 31 damage to the chest, Jams. Now roll me another religion check. Jams?
1 second, just doing the health. $44.
You managed to gain some control over yourself. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to get to that thing. Is it my, like, do I have all my AP?
You can do half your movement.
Okay. I'll be able to make it.
As
So
you
I'm able to
move
make it
over
computer.
next to Virgil, struggling as much as you can, do you hit the activate button, Virgil?
I do.
It stabs you into the side of your gut and rips out the fleshy mass that was controlling you, / pulsing this command into you, and rips out the synaptic gene plus the rune itself, which is this fleshy mass that is glowing in a glowing like purple light before fading away. You no longer have a rune of slaughter in you. You drop to the ground as you're over the adrenaline, as all of the pain now hits you all at once, Jams. Your wound is patched up by the bot, and you now lay next to Virgil on the ground.
Did I take any damage from that?
20 damage.
I give I give Lena a stim pack. She heals for 12.
Thank you.
So what do y'all do now?
Virgil, heal me.
Ah yes, doctor, laying on the ground almost dying, heal me please.
Virgil's going
I
to need a
thought-
minute to use one of his med kits on himself.
I
Typical
I
doctors.
pull out my 2 plasma stem packs and I slide one to Jams and use the other.
I walk over and James, you see the spot where you punched me? Just close up. Like you didn't do anything to me.
Was I'm like almost dead.
Meanwhile, I'm going to be bruised for weeks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I guess these things happen now.
It's all Virgil's fault.
Oh yes, of course.
You're the one that picked up the thing.
It's his damn robots that did this.
That's right.
No, this is good. We got rid of the stuff. Now we don't have to deal with this anymore.
That is good. I don't know if it was worth all this, though.
No, wait, let me rephrase that. Now we don't have to deal with it coming from us. We can just kill the things that are now very angry at us. Also, we should probably get out of here very quickly. They're probably going to nuke this place. Just a hunch.
I want to come over to the generator control, and I want to see if I can find a way to make it create a feedback loop to make it
To
overload.
do so, you need a code to access the generator settings, which you do not have at the moment.
Gotcha.
Wait, was any of the grenades that you kept for Lena the pulse grenades?
Oh, do we have a ton? We haven't dropped anything else.
Lena, hit the Tesla gates with a pulse grenade.
Oh, yeah. All right.
While she's doing that, you might want to fucking fix your leg.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to roll explosives?
Let's see.
Then fix jams.
Is there a stim pack that can heal a broken leg?
You have a doctor's bag. Remember those
I
do
do
that.
have a doctor's bag. I do have a doctor's bag. Where is that at?
I don't know, but we've gotten like 4 or 5 of them that should be on your sheet, and we've never used one.
Yes. And yes, we have 4 of them. I see.
Yeah.
I don't. Hold on. Let me find the
They
effect.
literally fix broken bones.
I did not put that. Hold on. Where is?
So the property on this pulse grenade is that it only affects robots.
Only affects robots? Well, that's lame.
Mhm.
Never mind then.
Sorry. I mean, I'll totally throw one over there, but I don't think it's going to do anything.
Well,
I mean, I have a bunch. I have 200 of them.
if you feel angry, go ahead and do it just for spite.
Okay. Let's see. 100.
Wait,
Basically,
the hell?
I topped her up to like 200 on all of the explosives that came out of the boxes.
Okay.
Of the like
You
600
toss
or
it?
700.
Yeah, I tossed it.
The
And I
gate
rolled a
The gate
66.
dissipates.
Hey,
It
who did it?
Hey, Virgil, if
Yeah.
you're worried about the place blowing up, do we really want to go down the hallway?
Yes.
I mean, it depends on how far down the hallway is. You definitely don't want me going down the hallway. I can barely walk. But if y'all can get in there, find some stuff, and get back out. Okay, so this says that it gives plus 15 to med checks regarding broken bones. So, like, in my case, what does that actually mean?
Wait, what were you asking?
The doctor's bag?
Yeah.
The effect is that it just gives plus 15 to med checks regarding broken bones. So for me, with 300 in medicine, what does that actually mean?
You heal your broken bone. You don't have a broken leg anymore.
Okay, cool.
Before it would
he
give
can
you a
turn
check and like, oh, I can like help mend this wound, but you have a 300 in medicine, so you're just kind of godly hands already.
And that's good for first aid. So broken leg healed, and I heal. Yay.
But he needs the doctor's bag to even make that attempt, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you burn one of the, we have 4 of those bags, right? And each bag has 25 uses.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Should have broken your legs a long time ago.
What does that mean?
You know
It's a
what
metaphor for like good luck. Break a leg. Now heal jams.
All right. Jams.
If you fail this. Thank God.
Yeah, heal for 77.
I think he can
Wobble myself up and try to get up here and figure out what's going on with this. We'll take a quick look. If it looks complicated, we'll just run.
All right, and yeah, we look down the hallway. What do we see?
You find a... So just keep your tokens here. So
Okay.
you remove the laser gates, and imagine a... let me see if I can... You find a computer room. Let me give you an image of it. Here's what you end up seeing as like the computer room. You end up seeing a bunch of different gizmos and wobbits and widgets and stuff in a main chair, and you see there are 4 main screens. There's a major screen which displays a literal map like your Pip-Boy, all the different little blips and blops everywhere, and then you see there is on the left screen a total count of each abomination and all that. On the right hand screen there's like the preparations that are going on and like achievement steps complete and that kind of thing, like a command center.
All right. Let's access the map real quick and see if we can update our map with any new points.
So you're wanting to somehow interface your Pip-Boy with it to try to update your map? Or are you trying to make your map the same as their map with all the little blips and everything?
Just try to make the maps look the same. I don't want to give them any more location information.
When you go back out to the overworld, we can update the map. But you
Okay.
update your maps. As how much do you have in repair?
300.
And you have a 300 in science?
Yep.
You managed to hot rig a transfer.
Nice. Any of that other command stuff look really useful?
Well, you can use all the commands that you could in the other consoles in here, but you can see like where, like before, where you saw all the maps of like where all the things are, where all the different mutations and aberrations and abominations are. You see a much more detailed map now. The detailed map showing that a majority of the abominations are all beginning to gather around the outside raider posts as they're all beginning to march towards that location.
Does it look like we can send commands from this computer?
You can.
Or is it... Yeah?
You, for the first time, can send all commands.
Ooh. Are we able to see that mystery command at the bottom? Below mutate on the synapse command?
Yep, just give me a moment. Rupture.
That sounds good. What do you guys think? Rupture? That sounds like a self-destruct mechanism, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Could be rupture fourth though. Fuck it. At this point, let's go for it. Let's get out of here before whatever else happens.
Cool. Okay. Send the command to all accessible units to rupture, and then let's get out of here.
Yeah. I want to take just a minute, and I want to rig the. If we can send all the commands now because we're in here, let's see if we can set the generator to explode.
Oh, you want to set it to overload?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. First, we'll send the rupture command, and then we'll set the generators to overload. If we can.
Yeah, on like a 10-minute timer.
So you walked over to the generator, right? But what are you trying to do?
No, we're trying it from the console.
The console still requires a key code.
Okay. Well, we didn't know. You said we were able to send all the commands, so we were just.
Yeah, you could send all
That
the battle commands and stuff, but like the power is still the power. It's
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Well then.
Are there any key codes like written on like notes by the desk or anything that we could try?
They're not that stupid.
I don't know. They gave me kind of like power and stuff.
Any sticky notes?
Not everybody
so-
not everyone in the cult is that stupid.
Password.
Okay,
0,
so
2, 3.
so we send the rupture command and then we'll leave.
Well, no, we're going to come over here to the generator, and we will.
We don't have
use
the code.
I didn't say to the console. We'll go to the generator, big ass thing in the middle of the room,
Okay.
and we can rig some of Lena's explosives.
Okay, well, you guys get that set up while I send out this command.
What's your explosives, Lena?
It is 139.
Your explosives is only a 139?
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead and roll me a 2d100 check to set a bomb for this thing.
Mm-hmm. 139.
And your score is 139?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, beats it. You set up a bomb and it's ticking. You got a minute.
All right, and we run like hell.
Yep. Rupture command sent.
Where's the fucking door? There.
As you make your way outside, you begin to hear some explosions as you hear the vault door close, and it explodes. Upon exploding, it begins to rupture and detonate as you hear things collapse underground, and then the moaning and groaning of different monsters. Your Pip-Boy has been updated to reveal the rest of the map.
Damn, Spiegel Grove looks like it's out in the middle of the water.
I wonder if it's a submarine.
Those cheeky bastards. They're Chinese, aren't they?
I forget what we needed to go to Spiegel Grove for. Oh yeah, that's where the thing is.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is we can fast travel to Raider Post 6,
Yeah.
which gives us a road and
go drop off all this cargo. As long as we get the hell away from this bunker. And we blew it up from the inside.
As you
have a
have given the rupture command, all of the flesh monsters detonate to release the abominations that were inside them loose. You don't know this yet, but out of character, Vespers is now a hellhole where they have all gone berserk, and represented by this looming thing now, this hexagon. They are carving their way through the wasteland.
We may have jump-started the re-apocalypse.
I feel like we made a
right.
lot of bad choices.
I mean, sure, but we don't needlessly murder NPCs, so that's good. There was the place. After red or blue, I was supposed to go to that place, Black Sulfur. I don't need to go there anymore. Unless you guys just want to go down there and trash it.
Well, I'm worried about this Spiegel Crow thing.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to go get rid of that as soon as possible. And there's a road that leads sort of right next to it from the place we're going to.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. If we jump to
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Let's fast travel before the missile finds us.
Yep, so we will fast travel to Raider Post 6.
Okay. As you fast travel there, we'll say a day passes, and you hear a detonation of a nearby explosion go off. As the area is reduced to cobalt. They nuked both blue gold and red silver.
Couldn't have happened to nicer people.
And with that, we are going to take a short break. Okay, unpause. So, you have traveled back. Air has been reduced to cobalt. So as you make your way back into Raider Post 6, we'll go back to that scene.
Oh, Jackie, did you like that sea shanty?
I did. I actually listened to a couple of her other songs. She's got some good stuff.
You come back to Raider Post 6, where the guard meets you at the door. You know, Jim says stay outside. Do you immediately go to the office room with the leaders, or?
Yeah.
I also have to stay outside.
Yes. You genetic freak. So as you come in with the weapons and the cash, or you come in, you see the two at the meeting desk. They say, "Well, you came on back then. What brings you on back? Good news, I hope."
Yeah, we've got the ammo caches.
Very good, my friends. And you have everything else?
What else?
The ammo caches, the ordnance, the grenades. Did you find anything else in the bunker?
We found, giant mirelurks and rad scorpions. Yeah, there were grenades and fire bombs and all of these things in the caches. Like,
And did you bring any back for us?
yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, I'll have my guys take a look and a key at it. And as agreed upon, within the time spent around, we'll release your boys.
Perfect.
Is there anything else that I can do for you while I'm here?
So we tell him what we know about Vespers. Because remember, we left here and we fast traveled to Vespers.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell him about it was full of those mutant things. We didn't stay there. We left and we went to get this stuff. So I don't know when that will mobilize.
God damn it.
Make sure you're ready.
That shit. I told. It's inevitable, I guess. Things coming down the ladder from there. Oh well. One thing after another, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's one other maybe serious thing as well. There's a place called Spiegel Grove. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Looks like it's not too far from here. It's got a nuclear weapon that's supposed to launch.
He looks at you with a strange look. Spiegel Grove is a submarine that's been adrift and at the bottom of the bay forever. I don't know if it's ever caught up, but I don't know if anybody's been able to get to it past our security depot. And if they have, well, goddamn, they must have infiltrated a long-ass time ago. 'Cause I've been stationed here for 10 years or so, and as far as I know of guarding this southern outpost, no one's been able to get past the road through my watch, and the only other way is by sea, but as you can see, no pun intended, to the south of us is that graveyard, and directly west of that is an even worse location.
Well, it's got about, when we got the notice in that bunker where all the ordnance was, I believe it was 2 months. And it's taken us about 10 days. Yeah, about 50 days until it does its thing.
You have 49 remaining.
I said 50. That's pretty close off the top of my head. Yeah, so about 49 days left.
Not that I don't believe you, but I need to send in a report and have things looked at.
Yeah.
Beyond that,
I mean, I'm telling you so we can get it dealt with so it doesn't blow up.
it depends on how command chain recognizes it, as we have our hands full here, keeping that never sleep from becoming a problem, and the other South victories and all that shit. But definitely we'll have to keep an eye out for those abominations you said came from Vespers, was it?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be something. You said you boys were going down to Never Sleep now, right?
So that place, that I'd like to try to do that. That place is supposed to be highly radioactive, right?
Pretty much death trap for anyone that wants to go there.
Yeah, if we don't have any way to survive that, then yeah, we'll figure out somewhere else to go. Is there somewhere we can sell off extra gear? Do y'all have, maybe extra things for purchase? We're low on caps, so we'd like to try to trade and get more caps to.
Sadly, I'm not at liberty to trade with anybody as funds are tight, and I need every little bit I can get. But, as it stands, if you go further in the city, you might find something along the routes of Tempensky, as that is the main trade area. But anything more than that isn't much up for my liberty of discussion.
Okay. Yeah, we've been meaning to go there, so I guess it's time we finally made that trip. So when they come out to get the boxes, we got 12 of those crates, right?
Yep.
And we give them everything from 10 of them. So we keep 2 crates worth of the stuff.
Okay.
Marked it all into the vehicle inventory. Do you have a workbench around here?
Further up yonder, but you're not allowed past the checkpoint.
Okay. Well, I'll just go collect our guys then, and we'll get out of here. Yeah. So with that, we make our way out.
As you get beyond the gates, what do you say to the super mutants?
So I get them all over where Jams and everybody else is at. Tell them, hey, we met one of your leaders. And he helped us out. We helped him out a while back. Shit, fine.
hello.
Yeah, I'm here. So I was trying to find his name. I was looking at my notes for the guy's name. I have like the whole breakdown of their civilization written down, but apparently not the dude's name. Might be in our other notes.
Oops.
Yes, we one of your or some of your men helped us take an outpost probably a month back. We parted ways. They went to go carry out more missions. When I saw you here, out of respect for him and your people, I wanted to free you. You are welcome to join us, or if you want to leave and attempt to make your way back home or to meet up with your fellow people, you can do that as well.
For we shall head for the graveyard. If our captain was there, then we must recover his body and bring it to our Imperium. Either we shall rescue him or take him back dead. Either way, it must be done.
We were talking about going to the graveyard. Have you been down there?
For we were down there with him, but we had to retreat due to an overwhelming odds, as well as what appeared to have been a dragon.
Shit.
Fabled only with legend, we doubt that it was such a beast there. However, stranger things have happened, especially within this wasteland.
What did it look like?
It looked like a rather morbid corpse, as if stitched together with fine twined leather and any other things they could find, as if multiple corpses were being fused into one amalgam of a being. It looked, in letter, the distinct features of a dragon, yet it was horribly mutilated, covered within flesh, blood, and gouged wounds. It breathed heavy, as if it was nearly full of nothing but unlife, as if it was standing there, barely able to keep its lungs filled with breath. It was skyrocketed with radiation, emitting such large dosages that we had to retreat. We have burn marks to show how fierce its dear breath was indeed. Our Gagacanos were unlike able to withstand such a beastly thing. Only his power armor the captain had was able to withstand this terrible rot and the blight it caused, but even that had its how would you say, issues. Melted his hand clean off.
Virgil kind of curls up in a ball on the ground.
Yeah, we just had a interaction with that being as well, on a metaphysical capacity. Do you have any? Do they have any weapons now?
Oh, they got their weapons back.
Okay,
They have like swords and they have
no.
a shotgun. Some of them have a rifle, that kind of thing. One is a tower shield.
I don't know. I don't know how much help we can be to you, but if we can, I mean, do we want to go down there and see what's going on?
Do you have any radiation suits?
Nope.
Then probably not. As your DM, I would not recommend your immediate death.
Yeah, that's my thought too. Is we're not going to be. We're not equipped to go down there. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go up to Topinski. Look, gentlemen,
that submarine.
I told the people here. He said they were going to investigate it, so
On them now.
We'll keep an eye on that counter. And we'll see if it keeps going down, and at a certain point we'll come and deal with it.
Virgil checks his Pip-Boy again to see where the counter is at.
The counter for what?
The countdown timer for the
launch. Does it still say error?
30 days.
Oh, it says 30 days now?
Yep. Your new thing is new mission directive. It has begun.
I walk back here to the guard, and I tell him, tell your boss, I was wrong on the time. It's changed. 30 days.
He runs off to go tell. So now what are y'all gonna do?
I guess we're going to get out of here and start driving north, huh?
Guess so.
Okay. Back to the map. So here's my question. Do you all wish to continue the game from here? Do you want to end session or do you want to keep going?
I am good to do either. I'm gonna be up for a while anyway, so.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to you. I'm good either way.
Yeah, we can keep going. Just pause as I eat a noodle cup. So, what are y'all gonna do?
Maybe we could just drive for 5 days.
Oh, I probably need to have my gear fixed.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I might want to try making like some smoke bombs. Was that like, is that something that I can figure out, or is it just something that I need to buy?
It can be figured out, but you don't have a high enough explosive yet.
Okay.
Don't worry. In 2 more levels, you can tag explosives, and you'll be at like 300.
So you
I
said you're
can
just
try
gonna
these
drive
in the
for 5
woods.
days straight?
Yeah, I think so. Well, let's rest.
Let's rest and fix our stuff.
Well, the closest workbench that we know of is up at like Raider Post 4. Did we ever go to Walleyes?
Whale eyes? No.
I mean, if we're going to drive to fast travel, why don't we drive over towards Walleyes and then fast travel up? That'll give us another spot. Yeah, we might be able to make that in 2 days. Oh yeah, he can repair our gear anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be
No,
at a
it's
workbench.
just at a workbench that would guarantee the checks, but he has a 300 in repair, so it literally doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just about a resource thing at this point.
What is your armor, James?
Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. 249 out of 400.
Right. What is your armor?
Oh, combat armor. That's a good question.
Okay. Yeah, that's that combat armor that we got then. Okay. Virgil, what armor do you have?
The all-purpose science suit.
So that's that one. Okay. And then, James, you have the twin rippers, right?
Yes.
Virgil, you have the fish hammer.
Yep.
And now you have the Luger.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to drive towards Walleyes.
Okay, travel towards Waylash. Roll your survival checks.
98.
You run over a flame gecko for 200 experience.
Is it a D10? If I'm using roads, right?
Yes. Roll me another check if you want to travel through the night.
Do we want to rest tonight?
So let's do our repairs and get there. I'm trying to look up the repair stuff. I don't remember how much materials it takes. Robbie, do you know how much material it takes?
For repairing armor,
Yeah.
it depends on the armor type. It's in the pinned messages.
What's your repair? Your 300?
Yes. Light armor takes 1 leather, medium armor takes 2 leather, heavy armor takes 3. Same with metal or other materials.
And your repair cost drops to 1/4 from having 300 in repair.
Mm-hmm. And if we're in the wild, every cost is increased by 3.
Well, your repair cost for being at 300 is reduced to a fourth. So that adds up to basically the same as a repair bench at 1.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll need 2 pieces to repair my gear. So
Right.
you'll need 1 piece to repair Lena's gear.
Hold on a second. Why do I need 2 for yours?
I have 2 pieces of gear that need to be repaired.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if you had medium or heavy armor, I can make that lighter, in quotes.
No, I don't. No, I took damage in 2 spots, so.
So one for Lena, 2 for you,
Mm-hmm.
2 for me. That's 5.
And then, how many do you need, Jams? I know your armor's medium.
So what was that, 2?
Yeah.
So 7 total.
Oh, for everybody. Yeah, for everybody.
Hold on a second. For Jams, you said you had medium armor, Jams?
Yeah.
All right. Cactus, I'm going to use this mysterious leather to repair Jams's armor.
Okay. You repair it with human skin.
Excellent.
Yeah. It says allows for mobility of light armor when used with heavy or medium armor. So how does that actually affect him?
Read what it says again.
Allows for mobility of light armor when used with heavy or medium armor.
I don't think it would affect him because his armor doesn't have a movement penalty. And he doesn't have the perk to move faster when in light armor. So I don't think it would do anything.
Yeah, basically.
Like he doesn't have any kind of a minus to sneak or a minus to movement. So you wouldn't need that on him because he's not taking any penalties for being in that armor.
Right, I'll just use regular leather then.
Yeah, some of them, like, let's see, there's the lightweight metal armor that gives like a -1 to agility. Um, and then heavy armors, there's a bunch of them that give -2 agility, but I don't really see anything that gives very many negatives at all until you get into heavy. Virgil, do you have the 2 compact charged fusion cores?
I do not. But I can add them. Oh wait, no. I do. I do have
I
those.
thought you would take
They're
them.
at the
I
they're
thought
at the
you would
bottom
take
of my list.
Okay. So I think the only thing we don't have accounted is the meat shotgun, and I put that in the car. But Mhm. Okay, so I think we're all repaired, all the gears figured out. Yeah, let's keep driving the walleyes. So that's 1 day.
Let's throw another survival check.
62.
You hit a lake lurk on the layover and gain 300 experience. Okay, roll that d10. Okay, burn a day. Roll him another survival check.
46.
You run over a raider on the way over and gain 25 experience. Okay, go roll your d10. Watch you get a 1.
Cactus, why would you do that to me?
Travel throughout the night, roll another survival.
47.
You run over a rad scorpion, gain 125 experience. Watch you get another 1. Roll a d10. I swear, if I called it. Okay, copy your tokens over. You've entered Whaleized. You see a bustling shopping district of a town, which is just people kind of like roaming around everywhere. I'm not going to put a bunch of tokens on the map because that increases load time, but a bunch of like people everywhere, and there's a few shops to go around. So as you make your way in, you see there's a bunch of different signs, people kind of traveling everywhere. There's like the different guilds here and there, and like different people set up at the shops. So I'll draw like their little stations and shit. Honestly, you were supposed to be in this area a while ago. Before everything kind of hit the shit can.
I feel like that's the case for the other town too, that we've avoided.
So TLDR, this was supposed to be a town of trading hubs, and without making you go through the long list of like walking around and like looking around, it is a trading hub purely for getting other quests off the ground. It's like with a Destiny and the other places, this is like a trading hub. Like you could get a Destiny to get weapons, and you could do Mander's Cave to get them going with different stuff to fuel their outcome, and you can be couriers. Setting up trade routes.
Yeah, we fucked that all up.
I mean, not that you fucked it up. Just you took a different route. DM can't predict everything. But you have one more location to fast travel to. I guess you could explore if you want to, but I'm saying that like as the moment for the time that you have allotted, do you wish to stay or keep moving on?
I think we wanted to see if we could sell some stuff and try to buy.
Not that kind of town.
Gotcha. Okay.
The way that it would work is that you can trade technically, but the way that it works is that there's a point system of trust in the trade hub, and so you have to fulfill contracts to then get rights to trade, and then to get rights to trade, you get different points to rank up your ranking to then trade and get better deals, offering you more goods from everywhere.
Gotcha.
So if you set up a route, say to a Destiny, you could get a Destiny's booze from here. You could get Vesper's, like, occult stuff from there. You could get Laker vendors, weapons, and black market deals from here as a way of, like, allowing for a trade hub.
Okay.
Without having to travel to each and every place to get the best prices.
Gotcha.
Not saying you can't trade, but it's kind of worthless because they're not going to trade with you because you don't have any trust points.
Okay. So, I mean, is it worth it to get a quest or whatever and try to mess with that? Or have we kind of progressed past being able to really do that effectively?
Under your current time limit, you do not have the time.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You can come back here. So, like, because if you solve the time limit issue of, like, getting to where you need to go or somehow delay it or whatever have you as the way the plot shakes out, you can always come back here and do this later.
Okay,
If that
that's
makes
fine.
sense.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're under a 2-month fix it or everything's over.
You're under a month time limit before they launch the next missile.
Well, okay.
You're under a 2-month time limit before they launch their plans. So 2 months, essentially, about 2 months month and a half until they launch their plans, and then a month left before they kick it to the curb and launch another missile, blowing somewhere up.
Okay. But we've got to figure out how to get into a submarine.
So yeah, not that you've wasted the opportunity. You just arrived later than expected.
Okay. So really, where we're at is we've got to try to figure out a way to get into this Spiegel Road and deal with that.
Yes.
But they said at Raider Post 6 we really couldn't go this direction. Or did I misunderstand him?
No, you understood correctly. They can't let you in through the south gate, as his hands are tied. He'd have to wait for a while to get clearance, but he felt that you guys didn't have that time, so.
Looks like we would have to ride up to Tempensky and then go left and approach it from the north.
Yeah. Well, and we've never been to Tempensky, so we have to go to Raider Post either 3 or 4.
Well, 3 is the main highway into Tempensky. You can go to 4, but if I remember correctly, 4 is just a scrap outpost, so your best option would probably be go to 3 and go through the main road.
Not to mention we have that bounty along that road. If we needed the extra caps.
To be honest, I forgot about the bounty.
That'll take a few days to hunt her down.
Yeah.
Where was that person? I forget.
It's that yellow
Everything.
line
Yeah.
along that road.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay.
They ambush caravans going along that road.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have time to mess with that right now. All right, this took us what,
2 days.
3 days to get here. 2 days to get here.
3 days.
What was
Sorry.
Republican Trench? Okay, what was Republican Trench? Do y'all remember?
That's a new location.
Yeah,
I don't think we've gotten any information about that yet.
Radioactive with treasure is what I have as a note.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, I suppose I could walk in there, but...
Well, you still accumulate rads, and you still have to get rid of them. You're not resistant to radiation.
But he heals off the rads.
That...
Yeah, he heals off the rads, but he still loses hit points.
Yeah, my max health, yeah.
The more radiation he takes, the lower his hit points go. So even though he might be at max hit points for where they're at currently minus his radiation, he's still gonna... Unless it's working different because he's a ghoul. I don't know. Are ghouls still supposed to lose max HP?
No, they still lose the max HP. I'm just saying the rads don't necessarily affect him as you do. Like, yeah, he's still losing HP, but he technically can't die from rad poisoning. He would just be stuck at 1 health. And then over the next hour would lose 6 rads, and then lose 6 rads, and then lose 6 rads. And... By the way, been keeping track of your rads?
No. But if I reach 80% of my health in rads, I could go feral, so that's a problem.
Oh yeah, you'll probably go feral. I'm just saying you probably won't die to it though.
Yeah. You're going to put a note on your in red saying track your rads or
Yeah.
something.
How many days has it been? Like 7?
You
3.
said it's been 3.
3? I've got that bottle. That only gives me 4. Shit.
Alright, so do we want to try to fuck with that trench, or... I don't know if we'll be able to make it through that with the radiation. I don't know how radioactive it is. I mean, you know what? We're close enough. It doesn't matter. We have 2 days to kill. Let's go to the trench.
As you begin to make your approach by 1 square, your Geiger counter starts to go off.
Oh, it is super radioactive. Okay. All right, well, make sure you're doing your stuff for your rads, and
What'd you like to do?
yeah, we'll start just heading north for the next couple of days.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
93.
You hit a mole rat on the way over. Get 25 experience. Now roll me a d10. Another survival check.
99.
You hit a pig rat, get 50 experience. Hey, Max, good job. Go ahead and move your squares. Okay.
$99.
You bump into a floater and it explodes. It was an acid one. Your car took a little bit of damage, but you got 250 experience. Roll your d10.
Are we stopping here, or are we gonna keep going?
Keep going. Gotta go in through the main road.
Okay,
Oh.
how about this way?
I can go through this.
Think of it as like fenced off city,
Okay.
and you gotta go through an outpost.
Okay.
Like, you can go through this way, but it's dangerous. Unless you want to go through it. Do you want to take the risk?
It's
It
like
doesn't
8
hurt.
squares the other way, so.
James, are you risking it for the biscuit?
Nah.
Okay. Roll me your next d20.
10. That's a crit.
Okay, roll 2d10 then.
We made it.
Did you want to stop in Did you want to stop at the Raider Post 3 and try to sell some stuff, or do you just want to carry on?
So,
By the way, you managed to run over in a
Or-
Soltron on the way over. With your crit.
goddamn.
Gain 200 experience.
Um,
Normally you have to fight it, but you got a crit and you ran it over. Or do you want to try to sell stuff at Tempensky?
Yeah, I was thinking about Topensky. If we've got to go here to talk to the leadership people anyway. I mean, does it matter which one we sell it at?
Not really.
How many more days is that?
You spent a day. Since you've been traveling through the night. And I'm gonna pause while I set this one up. Unpause. So you come to finally Tempensky. So as soon as you enter the city, you see there is dust and tumbleweeds going by. There is a large 100-foot wall that goes at the very end of town, where you see a large gate that almost looks like a bunker gate walling off a whole section of the city. Around you is abandoned buildings stitched together with scrap metal and everything in between, and the whole place is filled with ghouls. Not feral ghouls, just normal, regular ghouls. Like people ghouls. Walking around, looking at you, seeing a car go through, kind of like, huh. They're all kind of dressed in normal clothing, typical of like a small town or hood district or downtown area. Not exactly super rich. And yeah. And at the far end of town, there's what appears to be a locked off gate with a bunch of robots, automatons, and guards in front of it. And you see all around you, there's a couple of neon signs and just normal placard signs. You have a guard post, like their local town militia security, a motel, a governor's office, a trading post, a poker gambling area, atomic power plant, a water plant, and then like a rundown, what appears to be called the abandoned hospital, of what their medical care facility is like.
Yeah, let's try to hit the store.
Move your token. You walk on into the store and you see like an old, broken down, imagine like a super old, broken down, typical Walmart. The aisles are old and yellowed, and the, you know, areas rusted out, and generally speaking, it just looks kind of run down. There's a tiller at the far end behind a cashier counter. As the lady says, "Oh, well, come on in. What brings a couple of smooth skins like you on in here?"
We just got here. Got a lot of stuff to try to trade. Um, Wanted to see what you might have.
"Oh, we all got all kinds of things. What you looking for, honey? We got a few all kinds of groceries, some medical supplies, that kind of thing. If you're looking for more like weapons or those kind of, I would check out the guard post."
Ah, okay. Yeah, we're looking for like modifications for weapons and weapons themselves, and that's what we
I
have.
don't
So that's not what you
I
do
don't know how
here.
much you'll find around here of that. Some of y'all look like you're nice folk, at least, and smooth enough. You could make it past the gate and go on into the other district, but let me warn you, they're a bunch of stuck-up bitches.
Okay.
We don't got
Um,
much in here in our little old town, Tempinski, but you're welcome to see what we have.
yeah, what kind of medical supplies do you have? You got anything interesting?
They have a couple of like chems and stuff, and some like stim packs, a doctor's bag, that kind of thing, like your basic foods.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think we're good. We'll go check out the guard post. Because we've got a lot of like weapons and armor, and they may have better use for it there. But thank you for your time, though.
No problem, hun. Step in any time.
Um,
She
yeah,
pinches Virgil's cheek on the way out and says, "Oh, don't you look at a nice young one coming on through. Did you just turn, honey?"
Yes, that's right.
"Oh, you'll learn how to deal with it. It's not all bad."
go up to the guard post, and kind of the same thing. We
As
walk up
you
and say, you know,
go down the street with your car, people are looking at you like, "Wow, that's a car over there. Wow." And you head into the guard post, and there's a guy sitting at a long table, kind of doing paperwork, and it says, "Oh, howdy. So what brings you fellers in here?"
well, we were told you might have weapons and armor and that kind of stuff for trade.
"I
Um,
have something of the sort. What's it to you?"
well, we have a lot of weapons and armor to trade and sell.
"You don't say. Well, I might be able to help you out, kid. Tell me,
Um,
what you looking to trade?"
I'm gonna put it into chat here. That's what we have to sell or trade with.
Very nice. I can give you these lightweight leather armors. They're a bit on the commoner side, so I'll pitch in 50 caps for each.
Okay.
As for your metal raider armor, we don't like looking like those hooligans, but I can at least scrap it for parts. I'll give you 50 caps for each.
And no, we'll keep those then.
Is that hunting rifle ammo or hunting rifles?
Those are hunting rifles.
Some of these look pretty beat up. Some I can use for parts, others I can't. And some I could break down just for the raw scrap. I'd say 80 caps each. Got a problem with that?
Sorry, I'm just doing the math real quick. No, that should be fine. Okay. And what about the varmint rifles?
The varmint rifles, they're a little less. I'd give you 40 caps each.
Okay.
Your revolvers aren't too bad, but once again, I run a tight ship here. I can't be giving out everything, so let's say you 35 caps apiece. Same for your 9mm. You could try
Can
to
we do
go
a little
someplace
better?
else, but not many will buy guns in bulk like I do.
Well, can we maybe do a little better on trade so you're not having to give out all your caps?
Well, you can certainly barter with me.
Yeah.
What you need, man?
What kind of weapon modifications do you have? Virgil, hand me your Luger.
Well, what kind are
Alright.
you looking for?
So I get his Luger out. I don't know what kind of modification it takes.
Can I hold it?
Sure.
Very nice. I'd say you could probably modify it with a 44 heavy frame, as well as a 10mm silencer.
Yeah. Let's do
Let's
that.
see, the Luger's heavy frame will cost you about 300 caps, and the silencer will be about 250.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Do you have any kind of good radiation suits?
Can't say that I do. Those would be sold by the smooth skins on the other side of the wall.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just going over my list here. stocked up on explosives now. James, is there anything you need for any of your stuff?
I think I'm good.
Is there a different melee weapon you want besides that hatchet or machete or whatever?
Not off the top of my head.
Not unless this nice gentleman can pull a thermic lance out of his back pocket.
Actually, I have one.
What kind of melee weapons do you have?
Let me take a peek at my catalog. Let's see here now. You said you're looking for melee weapons?
Yeah.
I have at my disposal a couple of knives, a machete, a ripper, a fish, 9-iron, a nuke breaker, and a couple of fists.
How much is a ripper?
Rippers are hard to come by, you see, and so as because of that, I'd say they're about 2K caps.
All right. So if we did the ripper and the heavy frame and the silencer, saying that's going to be about 25.50. And that's at the cactus. That's at the quarter of the price or whatever.
Yeah.
For me being at 300. Okay.
I'm doing all this already at the quarter of the price.
Okay. I'm just double checking. Okay. Yeah, so if I get the ripper, the silencer, and the heavy frame, can we do a little better on those handguns?
I can't really budge from my prices.
Okay. I think there's one other thing. Let's see. You have Do you have any courier dusters?
Sadly, I don't. Those are pretty uncommon here. You'd have to check over at the trading post at Walleyes.
Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, we will make the trade. So it looks like he would owe me 5,555 caps minus 2,550. So we will get 3,005 caps.
He chucks you your bag and your items, and you're on your way.
All right, Jams, I throw you a ripper. And then, Virgil, I give you your gun and your 2 modifications. I asked the guard, is there somewhere we can, do you have a workbench we can put these on?
Yeah, I got one around back you can use. It'll cost you 50 caps, though.
All right, I throw him 50 caps.
Have at it, buckaroo. Just don't break my tools.
All right.
So there you go. You now have a fully automatic belt-fed heavy Luger silenced.
Belt fed? What?
Yeah, that thing's belt-fed. It's in the description. It holds 25 rounds. It shoots them in 3-round bursts.
Right.
Like there's a picture of it. It's got a big ass like machine gun belt.
And you said we got the 44 heavy frame?
Yeah.
It's a heavy frame for it.
I'm just making sure for the effect.
Yeah, increases your damage die size. So it'll take it from a D12 to a D20. Unless Cactus does it some other way. It's up to him. I don't.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So you'll shoot 3 rounds at a time for 3D20. And that should help your damage substantially. Still not working? Have you found your headset and screen with your computer?
It's delayed so fucking bad.
Sorry, Jackie's having audio issues where she can't hear us. Just try reboot. All right, well, let's go tell the governor what's going on. And then we'll check the other side and see if there's anything we can do there. It's midnight here, so it'd probably be a good spot to call it once we do these 2 things, because we can start the next game and just move out.
Fair enough. So you head over to the governor now, what?
Yeah, so step up and I say, hey, I'd like to talk to the person in charge here. There's an impending nuclear explosion. We have less than about 25 days now. It's coming from Spiegel Grove. We need
The
help to get
governor
in there.
looks at you as he takes his glasses on and says, "Now what the fuck are you talking about?"
And I tell Virgil to pull up his Pit Boy and show them.
All right. I load everything up and show it.
He puts his glasses on. So, I need to make sure this is correct. He turns on his terminal and clacks everything up and says, would you mind if I take a little diagnostic scan on your Pip-Boy to make sure this is actually real?
I offer him the holotapes for him to load himself,
He loads it into like a side piece.
and I show him the right order as well.
Okay, so it's this one, and then this one, and this one. Oh, God. Oh, boys. That's certainly something. But I'm sorry to you, 'cause I can't do fucking shit. You see, I'm only the governor for this section of the city. And while I do have some sway, the Humies hold all the power right now.
But we're going there next.
Yeah, we're willing to go there as long as you can, endorse us,
He's not talking
Oh,
to the
I'm
human
sorry to say my endorsement's gonna get y'all but 3 shit creeks up the paddle. Like I said, people don't respect ghouls no more, and they don't respect me either. And as much as I have the power, the only power that I have on my end is that atomic plant. But they're starting to phase that out even with their new hydro-docket plant, making it so this section of the city's really just a slum. They don't want to look at us, they don't want to see us. And the only time they need to is when they leave here. But with the many highways being built elsewhere, south and north of us, sooner or later this won't be the main road anymore. We'll dry up and die.
Do you think they'll care if we go around that way to head towards the destination?
I don't know what destination you're heading to, but if it's what I think, you said what, Spiegel Grove?
I show him
Yep.
on the map.
Oh, that one. You'd have better luck going all the way north than just going through the Raider Post 1. I mean, you can take this way. It kind of depends what you want to do. 'Cause up there, just to tell you the truth, them boys are dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to it. But you'd also have to go through all that slave country, and that's a whole bucket of worms. Or you can mosey on through here and try to convince your way going through the governor's office. And I know that what, is that your kid over there?
I mean, it's a kid that's with us that we've been looking out for.
You'd probably have a better time convincing the governor that you're a family, and then make your way through and keep the 2 other rapscallions in the trunk. At least till you get a little further yonder. The only thing you'd have to really worry about, though, is that slave country. They use super mutants and ghouls as their main work trade over there, and, well, I haven't heard anybody come back from who's tried to go there and find decent work.
We, as you saw on the layout, we're kind of on a timeline. We were hoping to cut a few days by cutting through here.
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody's going to figure out what they want to do, because they don't make it in time. It doesn't matter if people want slaves or whatever they want, because this shit won't be here anymore.
like I said, the only tips I can tell you is you're probably better off going through the north region, but you'll have to head through that slave district, and that can be a doozy even for super mutants and ghouls. Or you can try going past here, and if they do allow you past, try to ride the main highway. Don't take any of the bridges. and try to get past Bait Slanensky. And then from there, it's a home stretch, but like I said, that slave country is something else.
Okay. I guess the best we can do is take these holotapes and have you go talk to the governor since you're not one of us.
Yeah, I'll go talk to the governor.
Well,
and we make to
with that, we'll end session here then.